It's here!
Oh, let's check it out, dude.
This is a thing of dreams.
All right, so I'm at the airport. I'm gonna fly out and pick up this motor. I am in Phoenix right now, and I have a layover in Minneapolis, and then I'll be arriving in Georgia, and I will then be driving to pick up the motor, and then driving it all the way back here to Phoenix. Thought I'd bring you guys along on the journey. All right, y'all, so I'm here. I made it. I picked up the truck. I secured this sweet brand new Ram 1500 Hemi. Dude, this thing is nice. So I gotta go grab a couple things, and then I'm gonna make my way up to the man, the Space Cat. I think I'm going to his house to pick this thing up. So getting stoked, getting stoked. It's been a long day. We're gonna get it. Had to make a stop at, you know, your local neighborhood Walmart because I brought a backpack. I was only able to carry one small carry-on bag and could not have tie downs. So got some tie downs here. Throw the motor in the back of this beast. In case it rains, tarp, medium duty, 8x10. And because I don't want to scratch the lovely new paint on this beautiful RB30, I'm gonna throw this underneath that tarp. That is plush. All right, guys, let's go see that thing. So we just picked the motor up. Unfortunately, Phil was a very nice guy, wrapped it up for us, you know, just in case it rains. It's all crated up. But under this tarp right here, boys and girls, is a monster. I mean, hopefully this thing is an absolute monster. We're gonna be putting about 1,200 plus horsepower through this thing. So I'm gonna start my drive. I'm gonna count this as hour 0. And I've got 27 hours of driving to do to get back to Phoenix. I'm not gonna try and break any records, but I do wanna get home. I wanna get started on this thing. Gotta get back to work. We've been waiting on this. Thanks, Phil. All right, well, I gotta sleep. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. I am just west of Birmingham, Alabama.
Alabama Betty Crocker.
I spent all day just sitting around the airport. Hopefully the sun will wake me up. Day 2. It's a little overcast this morning. Got about 5 hours of sleep, 5.5 maybe. I got my co-pilot, little baby Garrett. We're gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna roll as far as I can today. Yeah, I'll check back in. Welcome to Mississippi. Oh, check it out, guys. That good old Mississippi River. I don't know how far into Texas I am. I think this is about a 600-mile portion of the trip. But sweet ass thunderstorm right in front of us. I may have spoken a little too soon. Check this out, you guys. Check this out. We get a little sneak peek. Look it, look it, look it. Oh. It's about 6:30. I don't know, didn't sleep very good. And I got about 7.5 more hours left, so. Finally made it to Phoenix. Woo! I feel like I need to get some actual sleep. I'm gonna get this thing up to the shop, get it unloaded, and then Matt and I are gonna get it unboxed so that we could check it out. Check it out! We've been waiting for how long?
I did it. 9 months or something. Ignorant. It's here! This is literally, oh my god. This is a thing of dreams. I don't even want to unwrap it. I'm afraid.
This thing is crazy.
Look at you guys. Oh my god. Get it. You guys, this is literally, I just have no words. I'm so quiet right now. This is really like the ultimate freaking JDM motor in my opinion. Like, this thing is so sick. It's finally here. Oh my god.
Hey, don't be peeling tape yet.
I'm taking it off to...
Don't be peeling tape yet.
We gotta see it. Look at how weird this is, so I don't know if you guys know this, but the Rb30 block is like 1.5 inches taller, I think above the water pump. But yeah, you know, usually this like covers that. So I can't. I'm just like nerding out. This is going in that. It makes no sense. This thing is gonna be so retarded. Like, my God. All right, let's get this thing up on a stand and let's go over some freaking details on this thing so you guys see what this thing's all about. 'Cause we're going for the moon on horsepower. Absolute moon. Be right back.
All right, so we did have the motor on a crate. Now it's on a stand. We're gonna go through and we're gonna talk about what's on this guy.
Yeah, so we've been talking about this thing, hyping it up. So we're gonna go over kind of the details on it. But to start off, it's an RB30, like we've been saying. So what that means is it's an RB30 Block, which came out of like the Holden Commodore, and there's a couple other cars. Comment below if you guys know what cars the RB30 was in, but it wasn't really portrayed as like a race motor or like an RB25, RB26 type motor. It was just something else that Nissan made, and it was single overhead cam. So again, not like a sporty motor per se. But of course, Australians and the Japanese are like, what the heck can we do with this thing? It's a 3 liter, which is 6. It's RB30, RB26 is a 2.6, RB25 is a 2.5 liter, so on and so forth. And so in the past, people have figured out how to put 25 and 26 heads on the RB30, and then you essentially have a dual overhead cam 3 liter motor. So now we're in like 2JZ territory, which is pretty bad. The cool thing about it, it's an iron block. They have been proven to do just a buttload of horsepower, and then you get that extra, 0.4 liters, which is significant, especially for a turbo motor. Most people will do a 26 head, but the RB25 Neo head was actually a newer head than the 26 head. The 26 head they came out with on the R32, and they made some adjustments, but to my knowledge, it's essentially the same head throughout 33 and 34 GTR, whereas the Neo head, that came out on like the R34 Skyline, I believe. Again, I'm not a total expert on these things, so comment below if you guys have more info. But the Neo head was a newer head and really, really badass. It shared some similarities with the 26, but was just newer and better. And so we went with the Neo head. It flows better developed than the 26. So this is like the ultimate RB motor that Nissan never made. They never intended for this to happen, but the boys did it. So a little background, our buddy Phil out in Atlanta, he helped us put this motor together. We got parts like the block, that was built out in Australia. That's like kind of one of the only places you can really find them easily. I'm gonna pull up the specs because I don't have them all memorized. It's RB30 built short block for dual overhead cam. It has Nitto forged pistons, rings, and billet connecting rods with ARP bolts. It should take at least 1,500 horsepower, if not even more. So we went, more than we would probably ever go, but now we also have nitrous. And so who knows? Like, the sky's the limit, I think. Just some nerd stuff. I mean, it was crack tested, straight tested, ground and grub screwed crank. Obviously it's balanced, wide oil pump drive, ACL race bearings, ARP main studs. They acid dripped the block, torque plate, board and hone, decked, brass frost plugs. So I mean, they went through the whole thing. It's like a brand new block essentially. Now the Neo head, Phil did the Turbo Space Cat special porting and polished on it. We have photos of it. I don't know if they'll make it in this video because I gotta go dig them up, but it's like mirror polished in there. And he went up to 300 CFM, so this thing is gonna freaking blow some air, which is gonna be amazing. And then we did Super Tech, 78-pound Beehive valve springs and retainers kit. Did +1 millimeter on the exhaust and intake valves, so that was a little special and kind of required some head work that took us a while to get done. Everything, the reason, like, we were supposed to have this motor months ago, but just everything was just a pain. There was like shipping problems because it was during the head, the guy and like his whole family got were out of the shop, and so like there's nobody to do the head, so it's just like on and on and on, same as the turbo. We did drive-by-wire, which is cool. So this is 82 millimeter drive-by-wire throttle body. So that'll be really sick for doing like more advanced launch control and anti-lag and all that stuff. It's really a more proper way to do it. And we don't have to really, you know, sort out running some crazy cable. Oh, and then this is a Plasma Man intake with dual fuel rails. So if you guys are new to the channel, which freaking 90% of you guys are at this point, so we're running 2 fuel systems in the Tacoma. So we're gonna have a 91 octane fuel system that has a 60-gallon fuel tank, and then we're gonna be running Night Red in a 14-gallon tank, and basically at some point, probably on boost level, it'll switch fuels. And so it's kind of like running, if you guys have ever had a tuned car or had friends with one where it can run 91 and E85 and it'll like switch depending on what fuel you have on it. It's essentially gonna be like that, but we're gonna have both fuels in it and it's just gonna switch.
Just an advanced flex fuel?
Yeah, exactly. The injectors, so on the 91 side, they're Injector Dynamics ID1050. And then on the ethanol side, they're 2600s.
Yeah, they're monsters.
Oh, and then the cams. So we did something special with the cams too. We did a 272 cam profile with a 9.7 millimeter lift, which obviously I have no idea what I'm talking about. But Phil,
it opens them up.
It opens them up big time. Oh, and we did an N1 oil pump as well with the 4340 gears. And man, that's like pretty much most of the big specs. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff, like we did a Ross Performance balancer. We also did this super fancy cam angle sensor. So this is a really nice upgrade. We want to do this on the R32 eventually as well. Tome cam gears. I mean, it's on and on. There's like there's like endless limits. We got a nice Ross Performance head drain back here as well. And we got really, like, one of the biggest things with RBs is they do blow oil around a lot. And so we got like the Mines style head baffles. And then we also got this Autech. This is a rep, guys. This is probably the only rep part of the whole engine, but I couldn't find an authentic Autech one. And so we got the JJR Autech, which is just a remake of it. And so it basically is like a catch can right off the ports of the head. Some will go back into the block and the head, and then others will go to like an external catch can. So this thing should breathe very well, and that should help it out. One of the biggest things we're waiting right now on is the exhaust manifold. That's like, obviously, a big deal. It's shipped from Australia though like a week ago, so we should have it soon. But I think the next step really is, since you guys like video games, I'm stuck playing video games and doing reacts, so I think Jamo's gonna be freaking putting this motor in. I think that's kind of the next step. Because we don't even know, like we got this really nice oil pan, but we don't even know if that's gonna really clear. We need to see if this thing even
Well,
fits.
it's a good thing we threw on that JDM hood vent.
Yeah.
Because that might be our saving grace, we'll see.
Yeah. We're gonna get trucking. I don't know if we're gonna be doing weekly episodes. We're gonna try our best. If we're not doing weekly episodes on this thing, then we'll throw in a video game or a vlog or something cool. But, well, it's time to get to work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and stick around. There hopefully should be a build video next week. Maybe we'll have it in the truck and show you guys, kind of update you there. But check out all the other videos, guys, and hit that subscribe button. We're uploading 5 times a week. And thank you so much for 40K. Guys, let's hit 50K and get 100 like ASAP. I'm thinking summer, we can do it. But yeah, so appreciate all the love. We'll see you guys in a couple days. Peace.